What's up everyone? My name's Clark Glassford. This is my practice interview and this is where we help you land your dream job. And today we're talking about interview mindset. How you get in the mindset to ace your interview. And not just being in the mindset when you get to your interview, but being in the mindset before your interview. Knowing what you want to say, how you're going to say it, and how you prepare for that interview. I've got a great story with a recent client which sets all this in motion for 3 awesome tips. So stick around. But before we get there, you're here for a reason. You're here for interview advice, career advice, just knowing how to navigate that tricky interview process from application to the time you hear you're hired. What better place to be than my YouTube channel? Just click subscribe, click like on the videos. Every week I am posting new videos, lots of information, great tips from over 20 years of interview experience being in human resources, all for you. So do that now, and what are we waiting around for? Here we go. So today we're talking about the interview mindset and how you get in that mindset as you gear up for your interview. And I've got a great story of a recent client who just went through multiple steps, meeting with me and getting in that mindset. We started session number 1. She said, Clark, I suck at interviews. I am no good at them. I've come to you for you to help me get better at interviews. I said, well, I'm here to bring that out of you and we're gonna set things in motion. So for the first session, all we did was talk about how you go about preparing for the interview, different questions you can be asked, how to navigate different pitfalls in the interview. So she had a really solid foundation for the next step, which was we're gonna be doing some mock interviews. Second session, did a mock interview, and at the end of it, she goes, you see, this is where I struggle. And I said, don't worry. This happens to so many people as they start out. It's all about preparation. It's all about practice. It's all what gets you ahead. Guess what? Second mock interview, she was a whole lot better. She put in some practice, she put in some work. She's getting better. By the third mock interview, she was sailing through it, nailing it every step of the way, to the point that when she went to the actual interview, here's the cool thing. She actually got the job she wanted. Now, the backstory on that, although it's like, yeah, Clark, of course, she went to you, she got the job she wanted. I get it. But she was actually applying for a job that was 2 levels above the job she actually wanted. She was just applying to the job to get interview experience, so for the job she wanted, which was a level lower, she could actually get that job. She got the higher level job based on how well she performed at that interview. She came in, met with me, didn't have a lot of interview confidence. By the time she left me, she was bursting with confidence, nailed the interview, got the job, 2 pay grades up, nice hefty pay raise, excellent job. So was it all me? It was a little bit me, but it was a lot her. And there are 3 things here that she did so well that I see applicants kind of miss or avoid as they gear up and prep for that interview. And if you do these 3 things, you're gonna have the exact success that my client did. So number 1, she was ready to put in the work. From the beginning, she had the mindset, I've come to you, Clark, I'm gonna do the work. And not just do the work by showing up to our sessions and having a chat with me, doing the work outside of our session. She was ready to work on everything that we talked about, all the little suggestions, all the little tips. She was ready to put in the work. That was her mindset going in, and that's what carried her through the entire process. Tip number 2, she was open to feedback. I meet so many applicants and clients that are kind of closed off to feedback. They don't want to hear the hard stuff, the stuff where, yeah, you've got to work on this, or maybe you don't have this experience they're looking for, so here's a different way to phrase it. Or maybe you need to focus on other areas of your application process to get maybe a different job. She was open to feedback each step of the way. Wasn't closed, open. She took the feedback I gave her, and she used it, she built off that, she learned. So be open to feedback in any process you're preparing for, whether it's with a coach like me, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, a spouse, whoever is doing a mock interview with you or helping you along, be open to that feedback. They are seeing things about you that you may not see about yourself. Also, if you go to an interview and you're successful or not successful, get feedback. There are always things you can work on. I've got a link up here that will tell you exactly how to ask for feedback after a job interview. It's a great video to learn how to do that. get the feedback, and please, please, please be open to it. That's how you learn. That is how you grow. Tip number 3. And if you've watched my videos before, you're probably like, here it comes. I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say practice, practice, practice. Yes, always practice. You must put in the work, like I said, which is what my client did, but she practiced in between each of our sessions. She stood in front of a mirror, practiced her delivery of her answers. She recorded herself. She filmed herself giving her interview so she could see what she looked like. She met with a coach like me, and we did mock interviews together. That is all practice. She also put pen to paper and wrote out her responses. That's practice. She was willing to put in the practice, put in the work, and by the time the interview came, it was easy. She was ready to sail through that interview. She was bursting with confidence, and that confidence came through in spades. So that is how you do it. Put in the work, be open to feedback, practice, practice, practice. Now, if you've watched me before, you know I like to incorporate, I love music. I follow all sorts of bands, and I like to incorporate that if I can into these videos. So one of the bands that I follow is one called Mute Math. This is the album, their album, Odd Soul, great album. If you don't know them or haven't listened to this album, check it out. There's a song on this album that's called All or Nothing. The important part about this song is one lyric, and it's always stuck with me as a kind of a guide through life. The song is called All or Nothing, and the lyric goes like this: don't waste a whole life on just a half try. It's all or nothing. So that's the mindset. I need you all to be in that mindset when you go to that interview. It's all or nothing. You're not putting in half effort, half tries. You're going in with a mindset, I'm gonna rock this thing, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to nail this job, and I'm gonna put all my effort in. So that's it. That's it for this week's video. That's it for these tips. Like always, look below in the links. I have a link to my practice ebook. It's a free ebook. Walks you step by step how to apply, how to navigate all the different types of interview questions. And at the end of the book, there's an actual practice series of questions for every job level that you could be applying for, how to respond to those questions. It's basically a mock interview. It's free. Get it. There's no excuse not to get it. Download it right now. Also in the links below is the Interview Accelerator Workshop. It's a digital workshop put on by me. It's a great way to learn everything about the interview process, including how to build a resume, a cover letter, how to answer different types of interview questions, and how to navigate the pitfalls that so many applicants find themselves in, maneuver through all of those, so you hear the magic words, you're hired. So I hope you've enjoyed the video this week, and like I always say, keep on rocking those interviews. Have a great week, everyone.